So I am spending 6 months traveling coast to coast across Canada, riding the pre-built TCAT.
And you set yourself a pretty tight budget.
Yes, $50 a day, including food and fuel.
I'm all packed up, got the Beamer ready to go. Super excited. I'm gonna head out to Lake Cowichan where we're meeting up with Craig from I Think We Missed a Turn. He is starting his cross-country TCAT trip today. I'm super excited. I'm gonna spend the first few days with him here on Vancouver Island, see what we get up to. He is riding his Kove 450 rally from here in Vancouver Island all the way out to Cape Spear, Newfoundland on the Trans-Canada Adventure Trail, scoping it out. I've heard that they've got some new sections, and so he is the first guinea pig to head out on the TCAT V2. Super excited to see what he finds, but for now, let's just focus on the first couple days. So good news, made it to the co-op, which is our meetup spot with Craig. Bad news is that during the ride, I kept losing air pressure out of the front very, very, very slowly. I took a really close look around the whole front tire, could not find what's wrong or where the hole is. I'm gonna go see if the gas station has a bottle of soapy water that I can spray on it and see if I can find this leak and figure out how to repair it, because it is running tubeless tires on this bike, so we'll see what we can figure out. I don't have a spare tube with me. I do have plugs, but it doesn't look like a nail or a screw in it because I can't find it. Found the leak. It is a very, very, very slow leak. Right on the bead. What's going on?
Well, you know, just going for a ride.
Oh yeah, me too.
Just a little trip.
I got a classic adventure going on.
Oh, you do? I didn't hear that immediately.
Yeah. This is not a $50 a day lunch, Craig.
That's because it's free.
Oh,
Leftovers from
lucky.
last night. I cleaned off everybody else's plates.
Is that how you're gonna do it the whole way? Just keep eating off people's plates.
Oh, yeah.
What a classic Johnny Misadventures ride. Haven't even really got started, and Craig and I have decided we're gonna turn back towards Port Renfrew, ride the road there. I got a brand new Moto Rousey sitting at home, so gonna throw that on, have some lunch, and then head back out onto the trail and actually get started. Actually found another hole in the tire. It's like the smallest slice in the world, too small to put a plug in. New tire it is. We'll head back and we'll make the best of it. That's part of adventure. Where are we?
We're on the ocean. Now it's going to be 6 months till I see the other ocean.
Brand new crush cap, because he wrecked his.
Wait till you see the other one. I still haven't.
I'm looking forward to the story.
Oh.
Got a pair of those guys.
Now I'm sad. They're just absolutely perfect.
Enjoy those.
Stoked. Yeah.
So I'm Craig. I'm Greg Luke online on Facebook. That's where you can find me. I'm an actual real person. Of course, I Think We Missed a Turn was the website I put together a little while ago, where I publish free tracks to download and follow all over BC. I'm riding the pre-built TCAT from about 15 years ago that is now very, very broken. So my mission is to fix it. So by the time I'm done, we will have a cross-country route that will be hopefully about 80% unpaved. None of it's super challenging. By unpaved, it's mostly just gravel and FSR, designed for the average rider on a normal bike, loaded for adventure.
And you set yourself a pretty tight budget.
$50 a day, including food and fuel. Of course, when I announced that last fall, fuel prices were a little bit better than they currently are. And so everybody's asking me, am I still gonna stick to that budget? And yes, it just means I eat less.
You're eating pretty good so far.
So far. This today cost me absolutely nothing. It was leftovers off everybody's plates from last night's supper. So you get a little creative. So it's about 20,000 kilometers, and you could do it in a month and a half or 2 months if you really wanted to. I don't really want to. I want to take my time. I want to see everything. I want to stop everywhere. I want to talk to everybody. I want to ride with locals. So I'm taking a full 6 months. So the idea is here I am today on the West Coast on the ocean, and in 6 months, sort of the middle to end of October, I'll be in St. John's, Newfoundland. The idea of this trip, and that's why I've got the Starlink, is the goal is to actually do a daily video so people can kind of follow the adventure along. There's a lot of riding videos out there now. There's enough of that being done, and this is going to be definitely more of an adventure style series. It's going to be about Canadiana. It's going to be about what we have and how good the riding is across this country, and the fact that you don't have to be retired or have a lot of money or go to Africa to have an adventure. We have phenomenal riding that we can do right at home. If you've got a couple $1,000s in a couple weeks, you can have an awfully good time without going very far. So I'm doing it on probably one of the most unlikely bikes you can imagine. I'm doing it on a Kove 450 Rally, which is a Dakar desert race bike. And that's what I'm using to ride across Canada for 200 days for a couple of reasons. One, it is got unbelievable fuel capacity. It's 32 liters, which gives me 550 kilometers of range, which also gives me a bit of flexibility of where I fuel up. So if prices are higher, I can try to make it to the next place using the fuel apps and things like that to follow. But the other thing, it's a very simple bike. It's not a high-end electronic computerized bike. It literally is an old school dumb bike like a DR or a KLR, where it's just simple wires. There's no traction control, there's no ride modes, there's nothing weird. And if wires break, you can just splice them back together. So it's a bike that's I've put together in a way that it's very bush-proof and backcountry proof. So you can just go and cross your fingers. There's so much here in Canada, and that's it's incredible. The riding community have reached out all over the country already, offering showers, meals, backyards, garages with tools to work on things, and it's something that I've started calling vicarious adventuring. There's so many people whose lives don't allow them to do this right now, and they want to do it, and they just want to see me do it, just as, you know, motivation that someday they can too.
Is there a section you're most looking forward to?
Well, of course, you know, living here in BC, even here on the island, I've already ridden most of BC. You know, it's fantastic, but I have done a lot of the TCAT here already. And then going east from there, I haven't done any of it. In fact, they're rebuilding the entire eastern side of it. So from Ontario all the way through the Maritimes is going to be completely new. And it hasn't been set yet. I will be probably some of the first riders on it, because they're building it now, and it'll be done by the time I get there. I'm really looking forward to the Maritimes, to be honest, because I've been there since I was like 5, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the other ocean. You know, this ocean's great, but there's another ocean.
That's a lake, Craig.
Why, I know, but it's water, it's close.
So you destructed one of my indestructible caps.
Apparently I managed, so that's gotta be a good one so far, yeah.
What happened?
I was riding along a couple of days ago, and I routed a strap differently than I've been routing it for 5 years with no problems. And one day you do something different, and then the strap fails, and then your bag falls into your wheel, and then a lithium battery catches on fire. It literally looks like a house fire. Got at stuff. So that's the Starlink, all nicely charred, and then you got things like my $1,600 tablet that's now done. That was a big, hard financial hit to swallow. Everything else was mostly fine. You know, what I was wearing was fine. All my camping stuff, the sleeping stuff is fine. And it's not slowing me down. Full steam ahead.
But it seems like everything I've seen you pull out of your bags is melted somewhere.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of things were small damage. There was an awful lot of things I just had to retire and leave behind. So I am traveling lighter now, which is a plus, I suppose. I'll be replacing a few of the luggage bits, like the duffel itself, in a couple weeks, and right back to normal again.
How do you think it's going to feel when you reach the end in St. John's?
Going by what a lot of other long-term travelers and adventurers go through, there's definitely an adjustment period coming back home. And that's actually one of the things that a lot of people ask me is like, okay, you know, you got out there, how are you getting home? And the answer is, I don't know yet. So there's plan A, B, C, D, J, M, and you know, one of them, of course, the shipping your bike and flying home doesn't suit me at all. There's a possibility of re-gearing the bike and putting street slicks on it and riding home in a week just down the highway, or heading south to warmer weather and then west on the TAT, the Trans-America Trail, and up in Baja for November, December, which isn't a bad option. So it's so far in the future, I can't even think about it yet. It's an amazing country. Go ride it.
All right, that is day 1 in the books with Craig from I Think We Missed a Turn on his TCAT trip. We ended up here at Flora Lake, beautiful little wreck site. You can see my bike changed. I started the day on the BMW, got a flat tire, tried to fix it. Didn't go so well, and so I just took the trusty old T7. And you may all be surprised, this is my first moto camping trip with the T7 because I spent the entire last summer on the Kove. Sweet little campsite for the night. We'll call this home and hopefully get some more dirt riding in tomorrow.
You.
How's that for day one?
Not bad for day one.
Not bad for day one.
Craig Lakey.
Sick day one. Yeah, sick day one.
It's morning of day 2. I thought I was almost over my cold, but it is way worse. So I'm going to ride with Craig a little bit today and then turn back home and try to get over this.
So here we are, day 2. First official big camp here with fantastic company here, John. And bikes are all packed up and we're just about ready to roll off. I'm sort of up towards Banfield and east towards Port Alberni, and then wandering on some unknown tracks north of that. So I'm kind of excited to see if those go. As we go along here, I've been told an awful lot of stuff that's here is closed with gates and things. So we'll find stuff as we go and cross our fingers and reroute it and have a good track at the end of it all. But yeah, a little bit cooler today. Temperatures are good. Slept great. You know, this is, I guess that was my 7th night in a tent. Luckily, I still sleep pretty good on the ground. Even with my advanced age, I can still sleep on the pad and get a pretty good night's rest. But I'm definitely sleeping better this week than I have in years. So it's nice. Phone's turned off, go to bed early, sleep well, sleep tired, and get up in the morning ready to go.
Part of what you're doing is riding with locals.
I am.
Maybe look at some potential reroutes. And due to the events that happened yesterday, we started in Port Renfrew.
We did.
What do you think of the potential start or end of the TCAT, depending on your direction?
I like that much more. It feels more organic. You're right on the far west, rather than being in Campbell River, which was the original one on the interior in a big city. Renfrew just feels better. You know, it's got that small time feel. Perfect spot to start or finish. So I think that's going to be very high on the list. So from here, I am basically heading north, doing a loop on the island, getting up to Hoburg and Grant Bay in that area, and then back down into Nanaimo, and then off the island, and then east from there. Past Whistler and Squamish and then up into the Caribou and continue on. And 6 months from now, I'll be in St. John's, Newfoundland. So I'm really hoping to make this quite visible so that locals can follow along and join in on parts of the ride, because I want to see what they know. I don't know where I'm going. They do. So I want to gain all their experience as I go and then and join in. So everything will be, pretty much in real time online. And it's not going to be a delay and edit when I get home sort of deal. It's going to be, I'm here today, I'm going to be there tomorrow, come ride with me, come camp with me, show me around. So it's going to be on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all the places, and follow along. So it's, I think we missed a turn pretty much everywhere. On Facebook, I like to be just Craig Luke, so you can find me there too. And then if you want to help support, sponsor a day, $50. That gets me food and fuel, and away we go.
Well, it's not $50, but...
Wow, it's a half tank of fuel, or I could eat well for a day or two. Thanks, buddy.
Well, that wraps up the first couple days riding with Craig on his TCAT trip. I'm super bummed because I'm sick, and I think it's just best for me to turn back and head home and get better. It's getting pretty hard to talk. I'm sorry about my voice being so scratchy in the video, but it's better than no video, right? And yeah, Craig, just best of luck on the rest of the trip. I hope you got all your uneventful stuff out of the way.
Done. Smooth sailing
already,
for here for 6 months.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for coming along and showing me around. Again, I love getting out with you. And it's too bad we couldn't do more, but life is life, right?
It was a good time, but not at my best right now.
This is as close as I'm getting.
Cool. Looking forward to following along.